Hello and welcome to Ozluce Rock Channel, where archaeological sites are seen from a different perspective because they were once thriving under megalithic culture. Turkey takes pride in owning about 200 underground cities, but no one in Turkey has any memory of such culture existed. In fact, no one on this planet can say for sure who chiseled them. Despite the huge number of about 200 underground cities, only 36 are open to the public. But creepy underground tunnels are not just found in Turkey. They are all over the world. They are not famous because they are not that big compared to those in Turkey. Gilmerton Cove in Scotland is approximately 3,400 kilometers or 2,100 miles away. But if you visit Gilmerton Cove in Scotland, you will know that there is no different from the underground cities in Turkey. In Turkey, it is promoted as a place where Christians seek refuge from enemies. But what about the one in Scotland? They are definitely dug out by the same megalithic culture that we are not familiar with. Ozluce village is only approximately 5 kilometers from the famous Kemakli underground city. The former name for this little village is Zile, but it will still get you to Ozluce using the old name as it has not been forgotten by the locals. Population here was significantly Greek when it was called Zile. This quaint village today was once a thriving Greek town, if not city. Ozluce was in ancient times deeply religious when the Persian Empire was at its peak. You might consider visiting this little village after Derinkuyu and Kemakli. It is only approximately 10 kilometers from the even more famous Derinkuyu underground city. Even more bewildering is that Kemakli underground city is linked via an underground tunnel to Derinkuyu underground city. With these two impossible tales of two cities, Ozluce underground city is eclipsed by these two main events. The basalt entrance is obvious and also obviously modern. Just like the Incas of Peru, stacking rocks with a little bit of mortar is a clear sign of later civilization making use of what is already done. This subterranean city is accessible via two arched doorways. This 15 meters walk will lead you to a world where I would assume hobbits and gnomes would call it home. At the entrance, there is a circular granite with a diameter of about 1.5 meters. This circular stone is the only stone door I have come across that has the real function of closing the entrance because it cannot be opened from the other side. But try and roll one to close the doorway, and you will know that this is the most ridiculous door system. It has no doorknob, and a hole in the middle if placed a stick for rolling will be blocked by the rectangular stone holding the round stone. You can check out my video on this topic under the comparison playlist. This underground labyrinth is unique in terms of design. It is a single story instead of the usual and expected multiple stories. It spans wide instead of deep. It is said to have seating areas on the left of the entrance, while the right side has space for provisions. Ozluce Underground City is noted for its large spaces. It is said to have living rooms and provision depots. It has chambers or rooms on both sides, which not all seems to be useful. Although we are still debating who would chisel this as a hideout, we seem to readily accept the assumption that humans actually chisel their way into the volcanic turf for safety. We are told that volcanic turf is soft and ancient inhabitants had no issue hammering bedrock for safety reasons. This subterranean city is not fully excavated due to fear of potential collapse. The debris and rocks have yet to be fully cleaned out. This defense structure for hiding is oddly dangerous by design. Random holes going down could be fatal and is not a design humans would do. You can be safe from enemies, but you can also get yourself injured or die just by falling into the hole. There are chambers and rooms in this underground city, but they are just plain empty. This underground village has a reputation as a place for hiding, but did anyone in the past actually run into this tunnel system, close the entrance, and sleep on the floor remains a mystery. This photo shows a hole that you can get fresh air and sunlight. But if this is a hiding place, then the enemies can also throw flames into the tunnels and smoke you out. The most telling evidence that this hole was cut out by an advanced tool are the circular striations on the side. We don't have this tool. There are many photos of tunnels that show the walls and ceilings are relatively smooth. They are suspiciously missing in ancient tool marks that might have been used to create such tunnels. It looks like melting water during Ice Age has been gushing through these tunnels for a few centuries. No matter what technology you have today, to hew bedrock is a tough job. Therefore, every cubic inch is maximized to reduce the amount of work. You only hollow out what you need and use it while you are still alive. But that is not the case at every underground cities of Turkey. Most of the rooms cannot be explained why they are like that. Most of the tunnels cannot be explained why they have to be so wide or so high. I will assume that this kind of project would take a long time to finish and every young man would have experience in chiseling bedrock. Do you think that they were all thinking about the need 3 generations down the road? If this is a community project for centuries, then how did we forget about the leadership of running such a project? Do you assume everyone is hardworking and lazy people don't exist? Do you think hardworking people will work hard so that lazy people can benefit? There will be rich people who will want a nice big hideout, and there will be strong men getting paid to do the job. Rich people have better houses than poor people. But strangely, when it comes to underground cities, everyone agrees that it should be free and everyone will work for free. Ozluce underground city is not officially open to public, but I can see people are already able to get in. That means you just need to contact the one with the key. If you find him, make sure you ask him for the key to unlock the mystery as well. Ozluce village is not as simple as it seems. I believe there are many objects strewn around the entire village, such as these objects by driving around virtually. But locals didn't know if these are priceless artifacts or not, and therefore they ended up in the backyard or roadside. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation on Ozluce underground city, where an ancient Greek town existed on top of a mysterious underground village. See you in the next video and have a wonderful day. This is Berniong signing out. Sonra Guru Surus Gule Gule.